What's going on, people? We back again with another vid today. Just smoking this J. So today, what I'm gonna be talking about, a little something different. I was reading about it the other night. I'm gonna put some images in the background as I go. But today we gonna talk about the Ethiopian Bible. Now, to keep it so real, y'all wondering what the hell is the Ethiopian Bible? Now, the Ethiopian Bible is one of the oldest Bible stories to predate. It comes from Ethiopia itself. So the thing about it is that a lot of people think Christianity, right, and how it's a European religion. That, I would say, is false. Simply because Christianity didn't arrive till way later. Few centuries later, after the I believe it was the crucifixion of Jesus and his story, didn't arrive way later to the European continent. So it was in Africa before it was in Europe. So if anybody ever tells you Christianity is a European religion, no, African religion, let them know. Now, the one of the interesting things, hold on, there's a plane coming by real quick. We just moving forward, I guess. Shit. But, like I was saying, the Ethiopian Bible, per se, has around the same, it doesn't have around the same type of text. The interesting part of the Ethiopian Bible is, one, since it's in a different language, they have different direct catalogs of what's being said and the stories being told. Now, the biggest difference about the Ethiopian Bible is that there's a lot of books in the Bible itself that aren't pertained in the European-centric version, the King James Bible, which is the most known one. Now, what you need to know about the King James Bible is that he had several scribes, so basically people who try to write the Bible exactly how it's supposed to be and how it's supposed to be understood. Now, the thing about it is that King James Bible was particularly made so that he could have a sense of power over people. One of the things is divine right, you know what I'm saying? And so they would align these scriptures in a certain way to where it made the most sense. They had several scribes to go over with it. I can put some photos of them in the video. But the interesting part about it was that since he's translating it, right, basically giving himself a sense of power over it, he's not writing down all the details about it. And when it comes to the details about it, the Ethiopian Bible, for example, that predates all of that, has more books involved. Which one of them a lot of people have heard of, maybe on the internet, if y'all have seen the Book of Enoch. And the Book of Enoch tells a little bit more context into certain things being said in the Bible. And so a lot of people say this is, for example, non-canon, because one thing about the Ethiopian Bible, it has two versions. It has a narrower version, which based off, I would say go check on this, but based off how it was being explained, I was watching a video and reading a bit about it, is that one is just straight through, the other one is more expanded upon. So when you take the time to consider, there's two different versions. A lot of people think the canonality of the book is false, which is why they keep most of the book out. So that it has two different versions in Ethiopia. But things that is interesting is it develops upon like more of the story. One of the pieces of the story in the Book of Enoch is the Watchers, basically the fallen angels that come to earth, and they talk about certain things such as teaching man how to do stuff, like or for example, the Nephilim is mentioned in the Bible as well. The Nephilim is basically a giant, but the giant is formed from angels having kids with women of earth. And like I said, anytime I make videos like these, I'm not the most informed, but I want to get more informed. I'll try to get more info. Go look for your information by yourself. If you don't trust what I'm saying, I'd rather you have more information than me just so that someone's more knowledgeable. We need people that's more knowledgeable and just shit. So when it comes just the ideas of all these other things that were maybe spoken of, or a person was spoken of in a Bible, but it is expanded upon. What's interesting about it is that when you go back into the history of Christianity in general, is that since it's so long ago, before people were writing down stuff, the Bible is one of the most highest selling books because it's one of the craziest stories ever told, as far as the Quran and, of Hinduism and of all those cultures. But when it comes to the idea of Christianity, is that since there's so many different versions, no one really knows the full story, per se. We could sit here and get scribes, have researchers, but we have lost information from that time. So when you go back far enough, you realize, okay, where did the idea of Jesus being white come from? That came from them learning about Christianity and forming it into their own views, which a lot of people do with their religions. Not to say that it's bad always, but to say that being ill-informed is a problem. So another thing about the Ethiopian Bible is that in its text, I forget what the name of the text is called. I'll put like a photo up of it. Sorry guys, a lot of info. But when it comes to the Ethiopian Bible, the text itself isn't really known anymore. No, a dead tongue. A lot of languages are not spoken anymore that we don't understand. And so that's one of the things. But one of the things is the images in it. I'll put some images up. And it's darker people, which it made sense. I won't even say, because I don't want to be like, oh, Jesus is black. I would say, if anything, Jesus might be an African descent. Or he could be Middle East, but the Middle East is technically it's technically connected to Africa. So around those areas, we could say that he had like a brown tone to him. We have a brown tone to him. So it depicts Jesus and other people in these brown tones. And another thing about the Ethiopian Bible, or just a fun fact, is that, the Ethiopian people, they can date their culture all the way back to someone who is related to Noah in the Bible. Yeah, someone that was related to Noah in the Bible. I'll put that up also, because they've never been colonized. Ethiopia is one of the places that's never been colonized by European-centric powers. And so, when it comes to that, yeah, it's just a bit of a story, multiple stories. It's not just the Book of Enoch. There's more info of the books. I just know a bit more about the Book of Enoch and how it explains the text, teaching man things we weren't supposed to know, understanding that like there's a whole hierarchy to it, whole hierarchy to the story. It shows, I feel, God in a different light. Like, it shows God to me as he has more of a character and things that he likes and doesn't like, at least when it comes to the situations at hand. And honestly, the situation at hand was crazy. Like, it makes sense to me now when I hear of the days of Noah and how they had to get on the ark, because the world was wilding at this point in time. The world was going crazy. Everybody was doing so much that they could ever do, but it was a process of like destroying ourselves. So it's like, but also it just relates back to, I would say, what was it? It would relate back to, just a deeper level of story in the Bible. Some people say it's non-canon, but I honestly think there's truth in knowledge. There's truth in everything being told. So don't think they're just trying to play you, and don't think they're just trying to say it to you just to say it to you. Of course, they believe it's more like a fan fiction. I think personally, there's truth in everything that's being said. There's truth. There's info. There's info on this type of information, and this is old century. Someone decided that this needs to be known. So let us save the books. I believe also, I forget, it was found with the Dead Sea Scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls was just in the Red Sea, I believe. And the thing about that is, the Ethiopian Bible was one of those things that was saved. It was saved because, what is his name? I forget. But yeah, it was one of the things that was saved from that time period, because they were destroying everything. They were burning stuff, burning information. When you hear about the the libraries of Alexandria, they burned all that info that was written down. It's in paper at the time. People were just starting to write stuff down, starting to really be able to tell these things. Now we have it to the point where technology advances to where I got my cell phone here, and I'm just recording my audio. But the Ethiopian Bible itself, I would say, is another collection of stories that you should just try. Go learn about. Go learn about it. Go just see what it has to say, because it's very interesting. It's very captivating, and it for me, it sounds like a superhero story, to be honest. And this is thousands and thousands of years ago, and this is like with Jesus and with the knowledge. But I'm not like freaking hella, like, I'm not professional on it, but I do like the information. Any information, I'll report to y'all. I'll let y'all know. This has been out there for a minute now, but shoot, it's nice to let more people know. But yeah, I guess that's everything as far as I got right now. I'll probably make another video on it explaining more of what I was talking about. But yeah, let's keep it pushing. Till the stars align, y'all. I love y'all. Be smooth.